experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. They're not all the same. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Learn about personalized therapy at a Low T Center near you. LowTCenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
On the west side, northbound 465 is closed right now between Rockville Road and 10th Street because of a crash. Traffic is stopped down to Washington Street, and right now traffic is being pushed off at Rockville Road. So again, west side, northbound 465 completely closed between Rockville Road and 10th Street because of a crash. Traffic stopped to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Get 2 slices of pizza plus a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Pizza time is now valid through April 29, 25. See app for the full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Tony, good morning. It's going to be another really nice day. In fact, I think we're going to be a little warmer this afternoon. Lots of sunshine as we head through the day today. It gets a little breezy, but nothing too problematic. Today's high around 71. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. It will be a little cooler, but above average for this time of year. A low down to 43. More of the same tomorrow. Partly cloudy, breezy, but warm. A high of 73. Just a spotty rain chance Thursday afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy and warm. A high of 74. Friday, partly cloudy skies. Windy throughout the day. Rain and storm chances arrive, but not until really late Friday night. Friday's high up to 77.
That is Marcus Bailey of Wish TV. Marcus, thank you. 48 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:07. So the story that's going to dominate is about whether or not the green card holder can be deported. I've already scheduled my conversation with Cornell Law Professor William Jacobson. I spent last night trying to get an understanding of what it is we're actually looking at. Not the hysteria we see on social media. I don't give a damn about those people, nor the absolute losers who will take themselves immediately to your television screens in hope that their outrage can get one more viewer, get one more like, get one more click.
Does Marco Rubio have the power to revoke a person's green card or legal status?
So, under the immigration laws, there are extreme circumstances where someone's status can be reconsidered if they are aligned with, for example, a terrorist organization or an organization that's been designated a terrorist organization. It is not the case here that Mr. Khalil, that there's any evidence that he is aligned with a terrorist organization or is part of a terrorist organization. So
that, my dear NYU law professor, that's a question, isn't it? Because what does one have to do to be aligned? Actually have the membership card, have participated in a bake sale to raise funds? Or you're there on the campus of Columbia University working to intimidate, harass, and physically threaten and stop the egress of Jewish students and others who might actually think that people should be able to walk around a college campus. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. This is the case. People will immediately go to their places. I want to know what the law says. The story here is of this guy who is a lawful permanent resident alien and was involved in these protests on the campus of Columbia and was proactive in keeping Jewish students from being able to travel the width and breadth of the campus. Federal immigration agents arrested him. And now there's the conversation coming from Senator Marco Rubio, which is, as Andrew McCarthy writes it, Andrew McCarthy, former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, an alien privileged to reside in the United States, even a green card holder, should not be able to engage in activities that would form a legal basis to exclude the alien from entering our country in the first place. So does a lawful permanent resident now have a higher threshold, or actually a lower threshold, than a citizen? And the follow-up would then be, well, then what actually does lawful permanent resident status afford one? Where does it afford one something? This is not whether or not I like this guy. This low-life, scumbag, Hamas-supporting loser. Right? I've put that over here. Oh, I'll say it to anybody. Hey, Jesse Brown, communist in the Indianapolis City County Council, and to me, clear Hamas supporter. Hey, Andre Carson. I don't even need to say any more than that. Do I, Congressman? The guy is just low, just like you see on many college campuses. By the way, IU getting the warning now from the federal government for activities allowed there on the campus with no statements whatsoever. Although I don't think it's been no statements whatsoever. We'll get into it. The question is, can green card status be revoked? All on its face? Yeah. Absolutely. It can be revoked. Just as a matter of a basic thought that it was given, and there could be situations where it is taken. Even as the New York University law professor there stated on MSNBC, there can be circumstances. But if we're now going to hinge things on the idea of aligned, well, I'm sorry, showing your support for Hamas by stopping students from traversing a college campus does it for me. We will dig into what the law says and what this case is really all about. Coming up, also, Republicans, they confirm Chavez DeRemer, and, well, mistakes have been made. And Biden loses his intel access, and that was actually the right move. We will get into all of it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Alex Brown. The University of Evansville teams up with an ag tech startup. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Brought to you by the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick. Available now wherever podcasts can be found and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
When is the right time to file for Social Security? Well, that's a difficult decision today. You have to consider that Social Security is running out of money. You also need to consider the tax hit on your benefits and your IRA and 401k withdrawals. And finally, you should consider your spousal benefits. If you don't consider all these things, you could leave a lot of money on the table.
Bill Demery, your retirement guy. He's going to show you how you could get the most income from Social Security with a free customized Social Security analysis. So if you've saved more than $200,000, but you've not yet filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis right now by calling Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. 648-5120. Bill Demery, my retirement guy. He should be your retirement guy. 317-648-5120.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
West side northbound 465 has reopened at Rockville Road with 3 left lanes blocked. Traffic is stopped back to Washington Street for a 24-minute delay. So crash cleanup continues. Again, this is the west side northbound 465 at Rockville Road. 3 left lanes are blocked. 24-minute delay right now. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Get matched in sleep at night during Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Take 120 nights to love your new bed or your money back. Restrictions apply. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
48 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
From a fast break to recovery, Indiana hospitals are here for every Hoosier, regardless of their ability to pay. That's why we're teaming up with legislators on a winning playbook to lower costs and protect access to care across our communities. Because good policy doesn't leave anyone on the sidelines. Learn more at HoosierLifeline.com.
Paid for by the Indiana Hospital Association.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Whether the speaker is right depends, in large part, on my next guest, Republican Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee. Congressman, should the speaker be confident as he is there?
We'll see. It's close. The vote's close.
What are you voting?
I haven't decided yet. It's one of those things that I'll think about tonight, and I'll pray about it, and I'll figure out what to do. I have some questions, though, that remain to be answered.
What questions do you have about this legislation?
Well, first of all, I was disappointed that we didn't have any of the cuts in there that Doge has talked about. But then, of course, the legal folks tell me that it wouldn't be prudent or proper or legal actually to put it in a bill like this. It has to come later.
Yeah, but that is confusing because if Elon Musk is cutting what he says he's cutting, I asked about this last week. Why would you vote to fund that again if you think it's waste, fraud, and abuse?
Well, that's a great question, and we've continued to fund it for probably 20 years. But the truth is that it's not legal to put it in a bill of this the substance. That needs to come later.
Well, if it needs to come later, Representative Burchett, okay. Interesting, by the way. And a legit question from Caitlin Collins, which is so weird to say, it's hard to believe I said it, yet it was. If you think it's waste, fraud, and and abuse, where all this spending is, why would you vote for it? Because that's what's in front of you. And the continuing resolution does, as Representative Burchett notes later on, does actually cut the size of government. You have military spend that is up, but non-military spend is down 8%. It will actually be lower. It's 8% lower than 2024 levels. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. Lower is better. And that is the plus side of this continuing resolution. The argument of if we're actually going to cut, let's cut. Well, if it can't be done in the process of what we're seeing here, what is the process? Explain it and then do. I would argue that Burchett is going to be a yes vote. I know Thomas Massey of Kentucky is a no vote. He's already getting the threats that they're the primary challenge and this and that. And the guy, one of the people who ran Trump's campaign is like, I'm coming for your seat. I'm going to work to get you kicked out of office. And Massey's like, all right, go ahead. What do you want from me? I'm not voting for the thing. I believe that the CR will pass. And there's a greater argument to the idea that this is the kind of CR that people like Biden and Pelosi were in favor of. Now you're going to see Democrats be wholly opposed to it. I would rather have a budget. I would rather these people be normal. And I don't mind if it doesn't get through and you get something even better and you actually say, here it is. Like grown-ups, budget. No CR nonsense. But I will say the idea of focusing on the military spend. I mean, the line of lines, I think, from Trump's speech the other day, the joint session, that really does get kind of lost in the wash because there were digs, there were the applause lines, there's a kid in the audience who beat cancer, there's another kid going to West Point, there's a mom who lost her daughter because she was murdered by an illegal alien, there's real things being discussed. Trump said we're going to bring back shipbuilding. Hell yes. Damn straight. Extremely important stuff to build out, to continue to build out the U.S. Navy and ships in general. We're getting just ripped asunder by the Chinese, although they have their own issues. Please don't get me wrong. We want this. This is good, important stuff. A national security conversation from both the military and the non-military side, unquestionable. So things that go to that, I favor. But I would rather see just a normal budget, to have people act normal. That Democrats are opposed, all politics, and nothing that's actually rational. There is no rationality. Gone. Long since disappeared. And if it goes both ways, you could argue. It cuts both ways. Because if Republicans were normal, they never would have confirmed Lori Chavez DeRemer as the labor secretary. 67-32 vote. That's nutty. That's surreal. You're talking about a woman who doesn't think that joining a union should be a choice. She thinks it can be forced. At least she did when she was the congresswoman from Oregon. One term, Republican. I don't understand this pick. I was very clear about it. Well, Trump gets the cabinet he wants. This should have been the place where Republicans were like, yeah, no, not this. Not this. So we're going to get what we get. But if your president is a populist and you can further solidify yourself with the unions this way, that's the way Trump sees it. Just a mistake. I just hope it doesn't come back to bite too hard. Joe Biden has lost his intel access. I can't wait till he actually remembers. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, has stated that President Biden will no longer receive the intelligence briefing. And not only him, Anthony Blinken, the former Secretary of State, Jake Sullivan, the former National Security Advisor, the former Deputy Attorney General, the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, and a whole series of left-leaning attorneys. They don't get access anymore, along with the 51 signers of the Hunter Biden disinformation letter. Why? These people aren't owed anything. They don't have to get the briefing. If you argue you want the former president to have the briefing in case he knows something based on the briefing that he can then provide help with. Normally, I would say that's absolutely correct. Smart, by the way. Do I trust anything Joe Biden has to say? Do you think I trust what he, quote unquote, remembers? The only thing I give that man is a very intense Secret Service detail. Because Lord only knows what secrets he just blabs about, not being aware of where he is. No, I don't believe he's aware of anything. Honestly, I think he might have a good day. Matt Bear has traffic. What's going on, Matt?
West Side crash northbound 465 at Rockville Road. 3 left lanes blocked and traffic is stopped back to Washington Street for an 11-minute delay. Also looking at eastbound 70 in Hendricks County, a slowdown from State Road 39 for about a mile and a half, and we're keeping an eye on that. That's eastbound 70 Hendricks County from State Road 39 like you're heading towards Indianapolis from Terre Haute. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, $850 off per patio entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Indiana's small towns are in trouble. Can Braun bring them back?
Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Advanced solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. It's how retailers become logistics mastering, supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
And how nationwide restaurants become customer-focusing, touchscreen ordering,
second window, please,
rapidly customizing, quick-serving eateries. It's how we turn financial firms into market tracking, client servicing, cyber-securing economic engines.
Loan approved. Congratulations.
And how hospitals become the patient-scanning, data-managing, welcome-to-the-worlding, life-changing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. When your garage floor has stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your whole garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job looks even worse. Look, spring will be here on March 20th. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio and installation this spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Guaranteed, a Comer & Cross concrete floor coating won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In one day, we make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And apply your gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor in 6 stages, just in time for spring. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation by spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Life-changing discovery should never be left to chance. IU Indianapolis is Indiana's premier urban research university, home to 50 research centers and institutes, which means our students don't just study groundbreaking research, they make their very own breakthroughs from day one. We're here to make the future happen. Bring on tomorrow. IU Indianapolis. Discover what's next at go.iu.edu/breakthrough.
Did you know Indiana has a critical shortage of high school referees?
It's causing our games to be canceled or understaffed, and we need your help. I'm Greer Swaim from Fishers High School.
And I'm Cooper Allen from Shenandoah High School. We need you so we can keep playing our favorite sports.
So our opportunities to learn aren't limited.
So our experience in high school sports is everything it should be.
With your help, we can make sure we have enough officials for every game.
And student athletes around the state always have the chance to grow through high school sports.
Are you game? Sign up as a high school official in your community today.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. High school sports can't happen without high school officials. Help us fill an urgent need in our state so games aren't canceled or understaffed. Visit ihsaa.org to become an official today. This is protecting high school sports. This is serving your community. This is your IHSAA.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A monster is headed to prison. It's 47 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your radar is clear. Your high today, 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. A monster is what the Johnson County Prosecutor's Office called the man who used to live in Franklin. John Herrick tells us why.
Mark LaPlante was convicted of child molesting and sentenced to 30 years in prison on Friday. Monday afternoon, Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner said that LaPlante inappropriately touched a child on multiple occasions over a 3-year period.
This is a person who belongs in a cage for the better part of the rest of his life, and with 3 decades, that means before he's even eligible for parole, it'll be more than 20 years.
LaPlante also has to register as a sex offender. The victim testified against LaPlante at his sentencing hearing. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Protecting Jewish students on college campuses is what the U.S. Department of Education says must be done. IU is one of 60 schools that the government is told they could face consequences if they don't follow the Title VI Civil Rights Act. The stock market is having its worst start to a presidential term since 2009. According to the Dow Jones market data, stocks suffered their weakest first 50 days of a presidency since Barack Obama's first term. More students than ever are using AI tools for schoolwork. Here's Terry Stacy.
Jennifer Finetti with Scholarship Owl says they recently surveyed 8,500 students that use their platform, revealing that 65% have used AI tools to help them write essays for scholarships and college applications. But beware, she says that there are risks students need to be aware of.
Colleges and scholarship providers do already know and expect that some of the essays accompanying applications will have been developed with the assistance of an AI tool. So because of that, reviewers tend to be more sensitive when reviewing application essays. And again, they may also be using software that detects AI usage. And so students really do need to understand this.
Jennifer says if using AI tools, editing those essays before submitting is key. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
If you need to gas up, you'll pay about $2.86 this morning. Here in the capital city, it's an increase of a penny from this time last week. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports coming up together in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:33.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. The University of Evansville is partnering with Evansville-based startup Anew for the We Grow Aces initiative. UE is purchasing one of Anew's pure produce containers, an upcycled shipping container that houses a modified version of the startup's smart garden appliance to grow crops year-round without traditional farming challenges. Anew CEO Scott Massey.
This will be the first container farm that's been placed at a university, and it's incredibly exciting because this is something that I think has the perfect intersection of need and capability happening, and it's so fitting that it's happening here in Evansville.
The initiative will give students hands-on learning opportunities and provide programs for local schools and community organizations to learn about nutrition, agriculture, and sustainability. Chicago-based R.R. Donnelly is planning to close its facility at the Freeman Field Industrial Park in Seymour this spring. In a notice to the state, the marketing, packaging, print, and supply chain services provider said the move will result in the layoffs of 96 employees, though a reason for the closure was not given. Connecticut-based GXO Logistics has announced plans to invest $11 million to expand its facility in Lebanon and add 400 full-time jobs. The supply chain management and logistics company says the expansion is expected to be complete by the fourth quarter of 2027. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Officials in Upland have selected a design firm to oversee planning and design work on the town's largest ever revitalization effort. Last summer, Upland broke ground on the Main Street Mile initiative to build a mile-long pedestrian pathway to connect its downtown and business district with the campus of Taylor University. Now, Indianapolis-based firm The Veritas Group will take charge of master planning efforts along the pathway that figures to shape the small community for decades to come. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
All right, looking at the west side crash, northbound 465 at Rockville Road. 3 left lanes are blocked, and traffic is stopped back to Washington Street, US 40. That's an 11-minute delay. Good morning, Hendricks County. You have a slowdown here. Eastbound 70 like you're going to Indianapolis. It starts at State Road 39 interchange and runs about 1.5 miles. Now we are moving. Nobody is stopped at the moment. And once you're through, I'd say County Road 525 East, you're good to go. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and Ryan Hedrick, what do you know?
The Indiana Pacers, Tony, dropped their 3rd straight game without Tyrese Halliburton, falling to the Chicago Bulls Monday night 121-103. Head coach Rick Carlisle says it's tough without Halliburton, but he expects maximum effort from those on the floor.
We got annihilated on the boards. That's an effort thing. Go get the rebounds. 50-50 balls, we were less than 50% in the first half. That's attitude, energy, effort.
And the Pacers play the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at home. That game starts at 7:30. The Colts are set to sign safety Cameron Bynum to a 4-year, $60 million deal when free agency begins tomorrow. The ACC tournament tips off today. Notre Dame plays Pitt. Butler takes on Providence in the Big East tournament tomorrow. And IU and Purdue play in the Big Ten tournament on Thursday. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Even Joe Biden did that.
Jesse, she is a lawyer, and Harold in the green room said this is obviously a DEI issue.
She was an ambulance chaser.
Really?
That's the kind of lawyer she was. Yep. And she did pro bono work for Black Lives Matter.
You two. Go ahead. When did he get in trouble?
What's that?
When did Bono get in trouble?
We'll tell you in the break.
Okay.
You know who financed her career?
Who?
Minnie Madoff.
No way.
Sam Bankman-Fried gave her lots of money. That's how she's in Congress right now. And the judge is right. You're a member of Congress. Your job is to write the law. She doesn't even know what's in the law.
Amazing.
That's like a bartender not knowing what's in a martini. Jasmine, not to be confused with Davy. Crockett, what do they say in the South Herald? Bless her heart. The Republicans have crazy.
Yeah.
The Democrats have ignorant. I would rather have crazy people in my party because crazy can be right. Ignorant is always wrong.
It's a philosophy. Crazy can be right. Ignorant is always wrong. I don't find myself often saying, Jesse Waters, that's a solid point. Like a philosophical point. But that's an interesting one. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. But the story of Jasmine Crockett, this congresswoman from Texas, this progressive who desperate to be the squad, desperate to be the face of the Democratic Party. I'm assuming there's money in the fame. Now a favorite punching bag of the political right, and it makes perfect sense. She puts herself in that position. She wants that position. This is part of a larger story of what it is that the political left actually wants. What is it that they want to share? What is it they want to show? And again, as just a matter of reminder for the self, never policy, only attack. Never here's what's a better America, only attack. Never here's what's in it for you, America, only attack. The issue and struggle that people like Hakeem Jeffries has, he leads the Democrats in the House, is that you can't bring these people, your party, to a policy that Americans go, ooh, that's interesting. See, there are things about Trump they like and don't like, but in the end, they're down with the idea that America can be better and they can have a better life, and they believe that. Because we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Even the economy. Yeah, market was down awful yesterday. Yeah, it's been down the last few days. Absolutely. Your 401k has taken a punch. Panic? No. That's silly. There's no need for the panic at all. And you're not hearing that from me. You are seeing me recognize honestly what it is we're seeing. Certainly opposed to tariffs and all the rest. Panic? Nope. We voted for the guy. Let's see if it works out. And I discussed yesterday, I think he's starting to put together an actual theory, an economic theory, which is about how you play for the long term. And the question is in his first 100 days, will he be able to solidify that with the American people? He still has 50 days to go. We're going to be discussing it April 17th in Kokomo. Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. The bourbon flight is going to be out of control. The food, out of control. Cigars, fantastic. You're going to laugh your face off. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. You got to come be a part of it. In Kokomo, so easy to get to, just up 31. Super, super simple. April 17th, Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. We're going to be discussing all of this. We're going to dive deep. We're going to laugh. We're going to take a look at the insane reactions of the left and of others. I mean, just crazy stuff. And then bourbon to go along with it, because that's just what I do. April 17th, Trump and American Reset, a look at the first 100 days. And the reaction, the deep dive, all of it, it's going to be a ball. You're going to be surrounded by some great people. You're going to have a great time. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets today. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You might have unclaimed property, and if you find it, then you can get yourself tickets to see me in Kokomo. Or you can do anything you want with it. It's your money. It actually is your money, and it's with the Attorney General's office right now, because when a company or a business has money to return to you and they can't find you, they can't locate you, they give it to the Attorney General, and it becomes this unclaimed property. You can go to indianaunclaimed.gov. It's easy, it's free, it's fast. Search your name, search your business, and find out if there's money waiting for you. The Attorney General's office reunites Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. It's not a house, it's not boats, it's not cars, it's not contents of a storage facility, and it's not a scam. It's not free money. It's your money, and the Attorney General's office wants to return it to its rightful owner. Check out indianaunclaimed.gov, indianaunclaimed.gov, or text money to 46220 to start your search.
Life moves fast.
Another new directive from Donald Trump.
President Trump will not be deterred to make our federal government more efficient.
So does the news.
We expect those meetings to take place very soon.
Decisions made today.
Kash Patel confirmed as the next director of the FBI.
Could impact you tomorrow.
Accountability and transparency.
What's next?
You never know what's going to happen.
Need to know what happened.
We're already tracking it. Stay in the know while you're on the go on 93 WIBC.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Welcome to Tire Discounters.
Thanks. I gotta warn you, I drive a hard bargain.
Okay.
So let's hear your first offer.
Well, how about, with any 4-tire purchase, we'll give you a free alignment.
Man, I'm good. All right, let's do it before you change your mind.
And we'll also give you a free oil change.
Ha! I can't believe I talked you into this deal. Sometimes I amaze even myself. Don't tell accounting. But with any 4-tire purchase at Tire Discounters, you get a free alignment and a free full synthetic oil change. See store for details.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant at home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Kendall and Casey.
I'm a young, up-and-coming professional. We are people who want to work. We want to engage. We don't want to be freeloaders. And yet, it makes it very hard for young people to actually do that.
Kendall and Casey, 9 till noon on 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Crash clear west side, northbound 465 at Rockville Road. Still stop and go traffic back to Washington Street, but we are moving. Delay in Hendricks County heading towards Indianapolis. Eastbound 70 jammed right now before State Road 267 for about 2.5 miles. So we have eastbound 70 loaded up right now. It's a 31-minute delay. You may want to consider US 40 instead. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:47. So I think the White House is right to be engaging in a conversation to counter the media narrative that we're all going off the cliff. We're all going to die at any moment. The economy is in the worst shape it's ever been, and you will lose all your money. Remain calm. All is well. Prices are still high. Prices need to come down. You told people you'd lower prices on day one, and before we say anything, he said it, and that's why people are allowed to talk about it, because he said it. That if you thought on day one prices were going to come down, yeah, I'd say those people are weird too. We're not discussing that. We're discussing the reality of politics in 2025. Can I help you? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Great to be with you. The White House is making, I think, a proper argument. Panic is silly. And that you see the stock market go down doesn't mean it won't come back up tomorrow. We saw massive drops during the Biden administration. Massive drops. Came back a day, 2 days later. Same thing is true here. What we've seen go down, by the way, Dow futures are right now up from a massive drop yesterday. There's no sense in getting insane. There is, however, There is, however, reason to take a look at what's happening and say this isn't great. You think I blame that on Trump? Tariffs I blame on Trump, sure. Inflation? God, no, that's nutty. And I know that the Democratic Party wants this. They just want to engage blame. They don't actually want to do work. So what the Trump administration is saying is that you can't look at the market and say, see, everything is terrible. You just can't do it. Trump was on Air Force One, and this was part of the conversation, that you can't just look at. Actually, this was the conversation with Bartiromo. It wasn't part of the gaggle. You can't really watch the stock market.
You said, look, we're going to have a disruption, but we're okay with that. Is that what you meant? The stock market going down was the disruption? What other disruption were you alluding to?
Look, what I have to do is build a strong country. You can't really watch the stock market. If you look at China, they have a 100-year perspective. We have a quarter. We go by quarters.
That's true.
And you can't go by that. You have to do what's right. What we're doing is we're building a tremendous foundation for the future. Tremendous foundation.
I listened to this a couple times, and you may have caught me discussing this yesterday, where what I think Trump is doing for the first time is launching an economic theory. Right? His theory in many things starts with a baseline. Ostensibly, what's good for America. But there is not theory behind it. There's populism behind it. Right? That's where I have my disagreements. But that first term, most of it worked out pretty well for all of us. I often say not too shabby for Tony. He governed like a conservative. I love it. I'm only hoping that's what happens this time around. But if you argue that you take a look at what the Chinese do, you take a look at what we do, that is taking a step back and saying, why do we take a look at things by the quarter and think so narrowly, think so short-sightedly? Let's take a look at the longer game. When you take a look at the longer game, you start taking a look at his tariff conversation. He also discussed tariffs aboard Air Force One. And the tariffs are going to help reset the country because more businesses are going to come and build here, put their plants here, put their manufacturing here, grow here because they don't want to pay the tariffs. And that's going to help us in the long run. So his economic theory, based on these two things, putting this stuff together, is the idea that you must apply a pressure to fast start the move into the U.S. because once the companies are here, they stay. Once the businesses are here, it stays. Once the growth is here, wait for it, it's not in China, and it's not in Vietnam, and it's not in this country or that country. We control it. That's the economic theory. Now, I would like for him to be the one to discuss that, explain that, enunciate that, however you want to say it. But you take these two things, these two different conversations he had, and we're tying them together. This is it. This is the start of the economic theory. I don't think Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, has done a good job of explaining this at all. I think Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, could do a great job. I would like to hear him do it. But yesterday, when I was putting this together, these two things, was the first time I was like, okay, this is the story I think you have to tell. I've been arguing he's got to tell the story of how inflation will come down, of what these tariffs mean. Tariffs are not the story of inflation. Inflation is the story of inflation, and that's all Biden all the time, unquestionable. Put an end to it. He's just got to tell the story better. This is how we're going to win in the long run. We're going to change philosophy. Stop worrying about the panic of today and let's talk about the setup for the future. These people are playing, tic-tac-toe. Let us play chess. It's a solid argument. And based on what I think he's saying, one that I could even easily explain. Also happening, Southwest Airlines is now going to charge for luggage.
Oh, God!
Yeah, that's happening. We knew this was coming starting May 28th. Yeah, the economy is real. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65 out of the north split slow to Meridian Penn, and then eastbound 70 jammed up right now in Hendricks County for several miles between State Road 39 and State Road 267. That is a construction delay that seems to be subsiding here at the moment. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Are you having a hard time making it through a day of work without foot pain or discomfort with things that used to be simple like walking the dog? You may be thinking there's no way that something as simple as the Good Feet store can help you, like Bill.
My feet would just ache, my back would hurt, my ankles, everything just hurt. And I'd seen the commercial several times before I finally said, I'm going to do this. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. I feel a million times better than I ever did.
Another satisfied customer of the Good Feet store is Wendy.
Since wearing my arch supports from the Good Feet store, my back pain is gone and my feet don't hurt as much. And as I look into the future without pain, I see myself being even more adventurous, joyful, and full of possibility.
Come to the Good Feet store today for your free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood just off the 65. Or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Discover your options at the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct's Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. That's right, no interest for the next 6 years, making it easier than ever to afford the quality windows your home needs. But wait, there's more. This month only, Universal Windows Direct is giving you an extra $500 off your home improvement project. Whether you need a few windows or a full home upgrade, this bonus savings makes now the perfect time to act. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call today for your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Hey guys, let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, you're moody, or it seems you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low T. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. They're not all the same. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Learn about personalized therapy at a Low T Center near you. LowTCenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here for Hope Plumbing. It's basketball season in Indiana, and while teams are making it drain on the court, Hope Plumbing is making it drain in your home with a $49 mainline snaking special. Now is the time to get your main lines checked before spring has sprung and it's too late. Don't wait. Call Hope Plumbing today at 641-HOPE, 641-HOPE, hopeplumbing.com, and let's make it drain.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what will happen this morning here coming up in a few hours? A monster is headed to prison. Bail is set for a girl that wanted to shoot up a school, and a musician that you probably know pretty well is coming to Indy after Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
How to stop Russia and Ukraine from fighting. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's being discussed right now in Saudi Arabia, which is hosting talks between officials from Ukraine and the U.S., led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who held similar talks with Russia last month.
What we're hoping is that both sides realize that this is not a conflict that can end by military means. It can only end by diplomatic means.
And before the talks, Ukraine went on the attack, firing hundreds of drones into Russia. Some were shot down, others did damage, at least 2 people killed in Moscow. A federal judge has ruled against Doge, saying it's likely subject to freedom of information requests, which he wrote as warrants it based on Doge's unprecedented authority and unusual secrecy, with Elon Musk and his department working to slash federal spending. But Musk tells Fox Business they've asked their critics.
Which line do you disagree with? Like which cost saving?
Musk says Doge is in nearly every federal department. He says there are plans to double the size of the team from 100 to 200. And he says he does anticipate they could reach $1 trillion in savings, barring any obstacles to their work. There are calls, though, from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle that Congress should be the ones making the cuts. There are 2 hearings on Capitol Hill today looking at potential fraud and waste.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Now, President Trump posted on Truth Social after midnight that Musk is doing a fantastic job and he plans to buy a new Tesla today. The day after Tesla's stock plunged 15%. Musk is the CEO and is facing protests and boycotts. Tesla was not alone, taking a big hit on Wall Street. The Dow plunged nearly 900 points. The NASDAQ down 4+%, its worst day since September 2022. And in the House today, a vote on a spending bill to avert a government shutdown before a Friday deadline. Republican Ben Klein tells Fox,
this CR will keep the government running, enable President Trump to implement his agenda.
Democrats oppose the spending in the Senate.
In this vote, the yeas are 67, the nays are 32, the nomination is confirmed.
Approving Lori Chavez-DeRemer to be Labor Secretary. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What happens this morning? It's 47 degrees on Monument Circle with a clear radar. Your high today, 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A statewide tornado drill will happen at around 10:15 this morning. Joe Neild at the National Weather Service. Indianapolis says this drill is meant to benefit everyone.
This is a time for us at the Weather Service, for our partners in media, and for everybody out there to take a second to, think about, what they would do if a tornado was approaching.
And what would you do if a tornado were to barrel down on you? Neild says it's simple.
Get in, get down, and cover up. Get inside a sturdy building as close to the center as possible, away from windows, and at the lowest level you can get.
And the tornado drill is part of Severe Weather Preparedness Week, which runs through Friday. If you've been keeping up with the sexual harassment investigation at the Indianapolis City County building, the council is spending a lot of your money. Chris Davis reports on not one but 2 committees looking into it.
And there's a handful of counselors on there, and what they did is they spent essentially $150,000.
City County Council Minority Leader Michael Paul Hart on WIBC's Hammer and Nigel show.
Hiring a law firm out of Atlanta to come and investigate the city of Indianapolis.
He says he believes the investigation will ultimately show what's already been admitted to, and that's basically what they're spending $150,000 on. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
$1.5 million. That is the bond amount that a judge set for the Mooresville High School student accused of planning a school shooting on Valentine's Day. A tip from Wisconsin cops led to the arrest of 18-year-old Trinity Shockley last month. Officers
booked her into the jail in Morgan County on charges of conspiracy to commit murder and intimidation. A monster is what the Johnson County Prosecutor's Office is calling a man who used to live in Franklin. John Herrick explains why.
Mark LaPlante was convicted of child molesting and sentenced to 30 years in prison on Friday. Monday afternoon, Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner said that LaPlante inappropriately touched a child on multiple occasions over a 3-year period.
This is a person who belongs in a cage for the better part of the rest of his life, and with 3 decades, that means before he's even eligible for parole, it'll be more than 20 years.
LaPlante also has to register as a sex offender. The victim testified against LaPlante at his sentencing hearing. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And a musician that you probably know pretty well is coming to Ruoff Music Center in Noblesville on August 7th. Cyndi Lauper will be on the final leg of her Girls Just Want to Have Fun tour. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Northbound 65 slow from the north split out to Meridian Pad, and eastbound 70 in Hendricks County. Still stop-and-go traffic after State Road 39 for about a mile and a half. And then things get a lot better. This delay here has been kind of mellowing out over the last 15 minutes. Let's hope it continues to do so. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Get 2 slices of pizza plus a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Pizza time is now valid through 4/29/25. See ya for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Are you excited?
Pizza. You're excited, and honestly, that's enough for the rest of us.
It's $5. You can pay 2.5. I'll pay 2.5, and we're
gonna split it.
We'll go together.
We're really gonna split it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We're gonna split a slice of pizza.
Well, I mean, it's gas station pizza. It's more of a snack. You're not having a meal here. We won't split the Mountain Dew 20-ounce. No.
You know what? Yeah. I'll just buy you one.
Oh, thank you.
Get one for you, one for Tara Hastings. We'll just hang out on the hood of your car. We'll eat some pizza there at the Speedy, and everything will be great.
Hood of the car, shoot a music video. Boom.
Right.
Ooh, I'm in.
Right. You just feel the white snake ooze all over you.
Yes.
Ooze. Thank you. That's the word we had to use there.
Oh, ooze was the operative word. I agree. I agree. Oh, hey, Tara Hastings. Wish TV meteorologist. When did you get here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm here, though.
Good to have you. What do we know?
Thank you. Hey, we're going to look for lots of sunshine today. It is going to be beautiful and warm. If you liked yesterday, you're going to love today. We are going to see high temperatures into the lower 70s. If we do hit 70, that will be the first time we hit 70 all year long. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 43. Partly cloudy on Wednesday, highs in the lower 70s. And then right around 74 degrees on Thursday, partly cloudy. Maybe a few spotty rain showers into the afternoon on Thursday. But overall, next couple of days, fantastic.
That is what I like to hear. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. She'll hang out on the hood of your car and eat pizza and then just scream out, "Here I go again on my own."
Here we go, good. On my own, yes.
It's the only song we knew. It's the only White Snake song we had right off the tip, right off the top, right off the thing.
I love it. Love that tune.
There she goes. Bye.
Bye.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:08.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through March 31st, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
So I'm happy to see it. People, thinking a little bit more outside the box. Why can't we try this? Why can't we do that? There is now going to be an Indianapolis Pizza Festival. I love it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. Guy's name is Tommy Barrett. He's got a show on TikTok called Starts With a Question. There are no barriers to entry. So you get a lot of stuff, some of it okay. He's looking to get 20 to 40 pizzerias to participate. Access to unlimited pizza samples. Vote for your favorite. Trying to put this together on the circle for August 9th. Man, all the best. Go create cool stuff. If you're asking me, Tony, how come you never did a pizza festival? I don't know. That was not the thing that was on my head. I took a little thing called Donut Day, and I made it an international celebration. And I don't know. Maybe I'll do it again with something else. But I like it. Don't be told you have to wait for others. Go do. That's why I love this story. I don't know if it's going to be great or if it's going to, maybe the first one's only going to be okay. You got to build on these things. These things take time. But as an idea, why not? Go create good stuff. Do not be told that you cannot. That's just silly. Of course you can. Of course you should. I hope this set works out well. And if we can be of service, let us know. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Advanced solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. It's how retailers become logistics mastering, supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
And how nationwide restaurants become customer focusing, touchscreen ordering,
second window, please,
rapidly customizing, quick serving eateries. It's how we turn financial firms into market tracking, client servicing, cyber securing economic engines.
Loan approved. Congratulations.
And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing, welcome to the worlding, life-changing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new Fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard with a qualifying plan. You can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, you say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Yeah, south side, Tony, crash Madison and Southern Avenue. Also, northbound 465, slow out of the north split. Yeah, Fisher is starting to tighten up a little bit on southbound 69 and 106. It's not too bad yet. Traffic sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Want expert tax prep? Jackson Hewitt will give you $100 to switch. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:16. As discussed, the big story today and over the next few days, you'll hear more of this, is about whether or not you can deport a lawful resident alien, someone who has a green card. Can you say that they've engaged in actions that can bring about their deportation? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Well, what would those actions be? What do those actions look like? In this case, it is an activist who was involved in at Columbia University, not protests against Israel, but proactively engaged in threats and harassment of Jewish students and others, is in the country, has a green card, and what the Trump administration, the State Department have said is, you're gone. Well, a federal judge has ordered the Trump administration not to deport the activist who says he's Palestinian. There's going to be a legal fight over this. Absolutely. We're going to check in with the lawyers. We're going to break this down in every way possible on Tony Katz today at noon. But it's an interesting question. Can you be engaged in an activity that threatens your ability to stay in the country? In his piece over at National Review, Andrew McCarthy, a former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, paraphrases Rubio, the Secretary of State: an alien privileged to reside in the United States, even a green card holder, should not be able to engage in activities that would form a legal basis to exclude the alien from entering our country in the first place. You can do things that are so egregious that you have to go. I'm not going to disagree with this. And I'm not going to leave out the real conversation of why was this person allowed in the country in the first place? And you say to me, oh my gosh, Tony, that's terrible. No, not having a standard is terrible. Not asking who people are, where they are coming from, what their plan is, that's terrible. Recognizing that allowing people into the country who now want to do harm to the country, that's terrible. It's an absolutely horrific idea, and we should be very proactively opposed to it. We should have a standard, and people who do not meet the standard should be told goodbye. Now, I want the people who are on the political left to now explain to me what's wrong with the standard. The standard is that you believe in America and you believe in Western civilization. Let's start there. This guy, Mahmoud Khalil, does not. That's his name. He doesn't. He does not believe in Western civilization. Actually favors the destruction of Western civilization. That is disqualifying. You're gone. Well, Tony, you wouldn't say that of an American citizen. No, I can't, because they're an American citizen. I will just call them a moron. I won't vote for them for office, and I will ensure to the best of my ability that they never get any power anywhere. These people who want to destroy Western civilization, destroy America, destroy capitalism, these people are awful people. They need to be pushed back. They need to be beaten back. Somebody who comes into the country and wants to do the country harm, that person can go. But there's going to be a real legal battle here, and I don't want to deny that. But I think it's okay for us to say, why were these people allowed into the country to begin with? Of what value do they bring to the nation? You can't have that standard. What's the value you bring? Well, their diversity. Diversity in and of itself is not a value. Time to grow up and deal with that reality. But let's take a look at the people who want to push back based on emotion and not rationality. The popcorn moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Of course, you can't have this conversation about irrational people without discussing Ana Navarro.
Here's a problem. Tonight we're talking about this particular case. But the statute you quoted, it's an obscure statute, old statute that's being used, is about being against U.S. foreign policy, right? So, for example, when I was part of protests in Miami, when the Clinton administration and Janet Reno returned Elian Gonzalez to Cuba, is that...
Were you trying to eradicate Western civilization?
No, I was trying to stop the U.S. government, and I was protesting against what the U.S. government had done.
Were you occupying buildings?
I was protesting.
Were you fomenting violence?
I was doing what that...
Were you inciting others to engage in violence?
I was doing what that statute
Were you
said.
chasing
I was
people
against
around?
U.S. foreign policy.
Were you intimidating people?
Okay, we were shutting down streets. We were shutting down buildings.
So I guess Ana Navarro is having a conversation about being deported, but I don't think that's the way it would work in the case of Ana Navarro. Look at her argument, and Scott Jennings over there at CNN, the only rational person left. There's a difference between protest and intimidation. If someone cannot see that, if someone cannot recognize that, then that's somebody who is a danger. There's a clear and obvious difference between protest and intimidation. She is not the only one who fails the standard. As a matter of fact, the whole panel that they have there fails the standard. And this was a kind of like a montage of all that Jennings had to deal with on the show. One part in particular comes to mind.
He's a resident alien. He can be deported under U.S. law for if the Secretary of State has any reasonable ground to believe he would have a potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequence. And you mentioned the student organization. The student organization put out... Let me finish.
But before you move on, because I think that's a really important point, right? That's the statute that they're using.
Yeah.
Have you seen any evidence to suggest that there is actually a serious reason to believe that this student is going to be a threat to national security?
I've certainly watched the abomination that's gone on at Columbia and Barnard and other places, and I will just tell you...
Threat to national security?
And I'll just tell you...
Threat to national security is an interesting one. There was a woman who was thrown in jail for praying in front of an abortion clinic. Your move, Abby Phillip. This is a radical argument. He was a threat, clearly, to the security of every Jewish student on that campus and others who support them. Since when do we allow such things? We don't allow grandma to pray in front of an abortion clinic, Abby, but this is okay? And the difference between the citizen and the non-citizen couldn't be more clear. But here's where it gets, to me, the most outrageous.
They are in UCLA.
No,
in
not,
UCLA.
First of all,
they wouldn't even let them go to class.
First of all, they were
Columbia's an abomination.
First of all, there were violent counter protests at UCLA that were done by Jewish organizations.
No, both sides. Anti-Semitism is a scourge on this country. Do not.
It absolutely is.
Guy's name is Van Lathan. He runs a podcast. He's there, got his cowboy hat on. Your argument is there were violent counter protests from the Jewish students? Van? I'd give anything to see Jews actually push back. Anything to see Jews actually fight to survive in America. Not these nonsense, fakakta crazy leftist Jews who want to think that tikkun olam and resaving the world somehow, reshaping the world is the thing that it's about. I'd like to see them get armed, get trained, and be prepared to defend themselves. I'd like to see 5,000 of them get to the Columbia campus and walk through these nonsense garbage protesters, and if the fight breaks out, so be it. No justice, no peace, so-called Palestinians. I'd give anything to see Jews actually do that. But you'll note they don't start that way, do they? I mean, they don't even do what I want. They don't start the problem. They don't start stopping people by stopping people from walk across a campus. The so-called Palestinian does that. They're all Hamas supporters, Van. What a nonsense garbage argument. Scott Jennings deserves millions of dollars for putting up with that crap, that ignorance. Good gosh. There were counter-protests? Violent ones? Not enough. Turn that off. Not enough. When you're being told you're not allowed to walk across a campus, no justice, no peace. When you're being told somehow you shouldn't exist because of your religion, no justice, no peace. I would give anything for Jews to get into the FO part of FAFO. But it's the so-called Palestinian who's engaged in the harassment and the intimidation and their supporters. And in this case, somebody who's a green card holder who wants to destroy America. So should they be deported? I think the argument's there. But let's break it down legally, shall we? Not just the passion. Now Matt Bear has traffic.
State Road 37 crash at 141st Street. This is up in Fishers, okay? So please watch out for that. Both directions backed up right now. State Road 37 from 141st Street. Inbound 69 stop and go 106th Street to 465. That's a 6-minute delay. And a crash on the south side, Madison Avenue, south of Southern Avenue. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show. Vote now on our social media at Hammer and Nigel. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. What song do you want to move on? We'll have a new matchup coming up this afternoon.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and it really is spring cleaning time. A great time to give your carpets some love. They are the largest air filter in your home, and a good spring cleaning can remove the really scary stuff deeply embedded in the fibers. There's a good chance you're breathing unhealthy levels of germs and dirt, dander, and bacteria that just keep recirculating again and again. Well, here's some really great news. Zero Res has a February special of 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. And with their Gotta Love It guarantee, they're going to make sure your investment with them is a great experience. The Zero Res service is easy to line up. You can go online at zeroresindy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. Mention WIBC, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. It's Zero Res. Call 317-388-5141. 317-388-5141 or book things online at zeroresindy.com.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, Director of Information Technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT Director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room and now everything smells weird!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Stop putting screens on your gutters. If the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and you're cleaning the screens. And those screens will need to be replaced. They just don't last. Pat Sullivan here. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and business, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And this is a great time of year to call Gutter Helmet of Central Indiana, because right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 15% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 15% off cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text MONEY to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Preparing for what could be. It's 47 degrees on Monument Circle with a clear radar. If you thought yesterday was spectacular, you should check out today's high, 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. A statewide tornado drill is what the National Weather Service will send out at 10:15 today. It's part of Severe Weather Preparedness Week in Indiana, says forecaster Joe Neild.
So folks will hear those alerts, hopefully take that moment to practice their safety plans, whether it's at their place of business, whether it's at home, and really wherever they happen to be.
And Neild says severe weather is in the forecast for Friday into Saturday, and all modes of threats are on the table, including tornadoes. Gunshots fired on Indianapolis's west side last night, and 2 teenagers were hit. Police say it was a drive-by shooting that took place in a neighborhood not far from West 10th Street and Timberwood Drive. The kids that were shot are going to be okay. Police are still looking into this. Senate Democrats are pushing to reinstate veterans who were fired from the federal government without cause. Elon Musk, who heads DOGE, and the mass firings have affected about 6,000 veterans that make up about 30% of the federal workforce, according to the office of New Jersey Democrat Andy Kim. A monster is what the Johnson County Prosecutor's Office called him, who used to live in Franklin. Mark LaPlante, convicted of child molesting and sentenced to 30 years in prison on Friday. On Monday afternoon, Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner says LaPlante inappropriately touched a child multiple times over a 3-year period.
This is a person who belongs in a cage for the better part of the rest of his life, and with 3 decades, that means before he's even eligible for parole, it'll be more than 20 years.
And LaPlante also has to register as a sex offender. The victim testified at LaPlante's sentencing hearing. A woman pleaded guilty to reckless homicide after she killed 2 people at 2 different crashes in Indianapolis. Jake McDaniel has that story.
Kelly Anderson was accused of killing Dr. Brian Dillman and Kiana Burns in 2022. In May that year, Anderson crashed into Dillman as he was just walking on a sidewalk near 49th Street and Meridian Street. Anderson was also involved in a crash with 8 other cars the very next month, which killed Burns as she crashed into her. Burns died from her injuries. Anderson pled guilty for what she did Monday, and her hearing is set in April. Prosecutors say Anderson's license will be suspended for 6 years as well. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you need to gas up this morning in the capital city, expect to pay about $2.86 a gallon. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers dropped their 3rd straight game falling to the Chicago Bulls Monday, 121-103. Head coach Rick Carlisle continues to navigate life without star Tyrese Halliburton, who's sidelined because of a hip injury.
Our starters were struggling. They were struggling with chemistry. They were struggling with shot selection. They were struggling defensively. I can't speak to their exact mindset.
And the Pacers will look to bounce back tonight when they play the Milwaukee Bucks at home. The tip-off at 7:30. Check out coverage over on 107.5 The Fan beginning at 7. The ACC tournament gets underway today. Notre Dame plays Pittsburgh. Butler plays Providence in the Big East tournament tomorrow, and IU and Purdue playing the Big Ten tournament on Thursday. The Colts are set to sign Cameron Bynum to a 4-year, $60 million deal when free agency begins tomorrow. And Ryan Kelly is no longer a Colt. The 4-time Pro Bowler will sign with the Minnesota Vikings. 2 years, $18 million. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
Morning, Fishers. We do have a crash right now. State Road 37 at 141st Street. That is a crash backing up both directions of State Road 37. South side crash, Madison Avenue south of Southern Avenue. Crash on the northwest side. This is 30th east of Lafayette Road at Tibbs. And southbound 69, stop and go traffic from 106th Street down to 465. And that has us on a 4-minute delay there. A little bit of a slowdown into the north split on westbound 70 from rural, but we are moving there as well. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
46 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where
Today on the marketplace, it's a bat, it's a pencil, it's whatever it is you need it to be. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm taking a look for what's I'm doing next on the show. I need to get myself ready. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm looking at the cool stuff, the interesting stuff, the odd stuff, the strange stuff, the weird stuff, all the stuff. You can turn the music off. All the weirdo stuff. It's all there on the Facebook Marketplace, the Marketplace. Brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if you've got any money waiting for you. It's your money. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. And so, Matt Bear, I have it posted there. I have it posted there on the on the Twitter, on the X at Tony Katz. This is a pencil bat.
Oh, you can smack the test over and over again when you're failing it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This is a pencil. Let me explain to you what this is. It is a baseball bat.
Oh! Okay.
But it looks like a pencil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's. I mean, so what do you do with it? I mean, is it actual bat or a pencil?
No, it's an actual bat.
Oh, it's a real
that
bat.
you can hit the ball with.
But it looks like a pencil. Okay.
But it looks like a pencil, and the top of the bat, not where the hitting side of the bat. As you know, that's the technical term. That looks like the eraser, and that looks like the metal thing that holds on the eraser, and then it looks like a bat. But it isn't a Dixon Ticonderoga number 2. No. This is a Victus.
Yeah, this is genius. I mean, this is technology right here. I think this is what Sammy Sosa was using when his bat broke and the cork flew all over first base.
Right? Oh, good times.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Good times.
It was a thing, but
yeah, you don't want to be spreading your cork all over the place.
No, why am I buying this? What's
it's a great question. Why are you buying this, and why are you buying it for $120? I'll give you a couple reasons. First, it used to be $300. So, wow, what a price decrease. This is a bargain as far as I can tell. But here's number 2. Let's say you've got a favorite high school coach.
Yes.
And they're like the math teacher, but also they coach baseball. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, that's
come on.
Now I got you.
And now they put this on the wall. It's because I coach baseball and I'm a teacher, so they got me a bat shaped like a pencil. Starbucks gift card would have been nice too, but I got this.
Yeah. It's a fun little thing. I think you could. I mean, maybe you can pop the top off it and use it for a coffee thermos. I don't know. All the kids.
You can't pop the top. It's not multi-use. It's just a bat that looks like a pencil.
Why am I paying $200? I can't think of a reason I would buy this, and I don't want to be rude to the seller here on Amazon or on the Facebook Marketplace, but I don't know
on the Facebook Market. And by the way, we've only been doing this for a year. Finally, it's on Facebook.
I still can't get it right. I don't know.
Facebook Marketplace here on Amazon. By the way, don't get a Starbucks gift card. Lots of good coffee in Indianapolis, all across central Indiana. Friends don't let friends drink Starbucks. We've got lots of local roasters here. Go try them today. As a matter of fact, right now, stop what you're doing. Go to a local coffee house. Just search for one. If you're at a Starbucks, honestly be like, I didn't order any of this. And then throw it. Don't right there on the ground and say nonsense and walk right out.
Just smash it. Yeah.
Did I mention don't? But honestly, go local. Go local and get coffee. So this, Matt, are you saying this is not a buy for you?
No, I don't want anything to do with this.
Really?
There's just no application. Maybe in a wiffle ball game. Maybe.
It's not a wiffle ball bat.
But it's a bat. I don't know what to do with it for $200. No, I don't understand the concept, why somebody would make this, why they would sell it, or why they would buy it to begin with it. No.
Okay.
Just saying.
That's Matt Bear.
Yeah.
He's an anti-Batite.
Ooh, that's a little.
It could be yours,
close to the other. Yeah.
It could be yours. It's at the Facebook Marketplace, and you should check it out for yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bravo.
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I'm going to read this. Kylan's in for producer Carl, who's on assignment for the next few days. There is a lot of talk about rising interest rates, right? Economic uncertainty. And it could have you wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. You're going to get the price you need. It's going to take too long. Good news. You don't have to figure it out by yourself. You can talk to Mark Dietel. Friendly, no pressure, experienced agent who eats and sleeps Indianapolis real estate. Mark Dietel, perhaps what you're worried about is that you won't sell your home for the price that you need. Understandable. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Greg in Franklin said, my tenant moved out of my investment property and I was ready to sell. I heard Mark on the radio, and everything they say is true. In 15 days on the market, I had a cash offer I wanted on the property. Selling with Mark Dietel was fast, easy, and profitable. And those are good things. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he'll buy it. Talk to Mark Dietel today. Give them a call, 317-755-4232. That's 755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Another update is just minutes away.
As after the U.S. cut off military aid with Ukraine trying to end that war with Russia.
Hear the news.
To get down a framework for a peace agreement.
President Trump's put on hold tariffs imposed on imports from Canada and Mexico.
On the level.
28,000 warnings were issued in January.
On the go.
Speed cameras along I-465. Check the mail. You might have gotten a warning.
Drivers were slowing down.
Cuts to essential jobs at the VA.
I'm not convinced that that's happening.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
When is the right time to file for Social Security? Well, that's a difficult decision today. You have to consider that Social Security is running out of money. You also need to consider the tax hit on your benefits and your IRA and 401k withdrawals. And finally, you should consider your spousal benefits. If you don't consider all these things, you could leave a lot of money on the table.
Bill Demery, your retirement guy. He's going to show you how you could get the most income from Social Security with a free, customized Social Security analysis. So if you've saved more than $200,000, but you've not yet filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis right now by calling Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, my retirement guy. He should be your retirement guy. 317-648-5120.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Tony, looking at the north side crash, westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard, blocking the right shoulder, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Keystone Avenue. Crash 30th Street, east of Lafayette Road, that's at Tibbs. Crash south side, Madison Avenue, south of Southern. East side, northbound 465, slow roll from 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69, 5-minute delay, 106th Street down to 465. Crash in Fisher, State Road 37 at 141st Street. Traffic backed up from both directions on State Road 37 from 141st. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
46 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46. Guys, your roof is a big, hot, stinking mess. Now, you don't know this, but I was on your roof just yesterday. Matt Bear and I, we took a look around. We were worried. We were concerned. We're like, wait a second. This roof looks like a big, hot, stinking mess. And turns out it was. There are cracks. There are leaks. You're about to have a lot of problems with mold, with rot, incredibly expensive structural damage. Look, I've never actually been on your roof. But if Moss Roofing was on your roof, they'd be able to tell you if you've got problems. So talk to Moss Roofing. They offer free inspection. So if it's a small leak or a bigger roofing concern, their expert team at Moss Roofing will assess the damage and provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. It's been 35 years they've been doing this. Second generation right now. And they know how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather and keep it protected for every season that Indiana can throw at it, which, as we know, is not 4, but 400. Talk to Moss Roofing to keep you dry this spring and to make sure a minor drip doesn't turn into major repairs. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
The Indianapolis Ballet, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, and Clues Memorial Hall unite to present the timeless classic ballet, Swan Lake, March 28th and 29th. This collaboration features gorgeous costumes and sets, with full orchestra bringing to life Tchaikovsky's beautiful score, and conducted by the ISO's Jack Everly. Don't miss Indianapolis Ballet's Swan Lake at Clues Hall, March 28th and 29th. Tickets on sale at indieballet.org.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Text preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Fellas, if you're not feeling the same energy anymore, testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Look for personalized treatment like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center.
Low T Center brings over a decade of experience. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
One expert tax prep, Jackson Hewitt will give you $100 to switch. Limited time offer for new clients, participating locations only. Terms at JacksonHewitt.com.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
I said, what a day, a year, a life it is.
There was a massive cyber attack on X yesterday, Twitter. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I mean, huge. Took the service down on and off. It seemed like for hours. And you hear now from Elon Musk that they believe this attack originated from the Ukraine area. Does that mean it was Ukraine? Does that mean it was the Russians? Does that mean it was just some group? I don't have an answer for any of it. And I would have no way of knowing whether what is being said it can be questioned. You know, well, no, actually, it's from here. Well, we take a look at it. Don't have that answer. What I can tell you is that cybersecurity, good future, and B, the people who do these kinds of things, they're not decent. They're not decent people. They're awful people. What does this group call themselves? Dark Storm or something like that? I don't know if they workshopped that. So Dark Storm is known for primarily targeting countries and entities that support Israel's attack on Gaza following Hamas's surprise attack on October 7th. That's how Newsweek writes it. Okay, so just another reason not to like Dark Storm. Dun, dun, dun. By the way, if my live stream stops working, you'll know why. You have no idea what I believe we should do when we find these people. And I am so forceful on the subject that I don't think I can actually say it on air. You dislike somebody, okay. You dislike what they say, fine. You want to utilize your skill set to keep them from speaking? Jail. You want to physically stop students from crossing a campus. You want to utilize technology to stop them from engaging. Who's the fascist here? Who are the fascists here? Musk? Not everything Musk does is something I like, but who are the fascists? You want to keep people from crossing a street, crossing a campus, engaging? What's the difference, by the way, between Dark Storm, dun, 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 and those 51 so-called intelligence people who said, oh, Hunter Biden's laptop, Russian disinformation? All those people said, hey, Twitter, don't let people talk about that New York Post article. What's the difference? And the answer is, when you rationally look at it, there is none. They're terrible people. They're not good people. They provide no value to society. They destroy society. I hope we find them, And there is not a jail cell deep enough, dark enough, nor dank enough for them. Dank like the memes they share online. Look at me, aren't I cool? No, Mom, I'll be up for breakfast in a minute. Got to get my pants on before I leave the basement. Darkstorm. I don't know. They could all live in penthouses and be billionaires for all I know. What I know is I hope we find them, and I hope they spend a lifetime in jail. You don't stop people from speaking. It's not something we should look at as cool. Haha, they sure got one over on Elon Musk. Elon Musk today, you tomorrow. It's us or them, people. I choose us. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matty?
All right, Tony. North side crash westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard. That's the right shoulder closed. Traffic backed up to Keystone. And a crash in Fisher State Road 37 at 141st Street. 37 is backed up in both directions right now. Be careful in that area, please. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
If you love spring and Indy but hate the paint, do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Visit Rhino Shield's booth at the Flower and Patio Show and learn about their 25-year transferable warranty protection. Plus, receive a free prize.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers good through March 31st, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Community Health Network cares for your heart health. From heart scans and vascular screenings to complex heart procedures, you can count on our expert team for the highest quality cardiovascular care, when and where you need it. Your path to a healthy heart starts with knowing your risk. Schedule a heart scan or vascular screening today. Visit ecommunity.com/heart. Community Health Network. Exceptional care. Simply delivered.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Coming up in 2 minutes, a statewide drill will happen in a couple of hours. I'll tell you why. Somebody is going to prison for some really bad things. Bail is set for a person that was supposed to shoot up a school, and the Pacers played in Chicago last night. After Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
What is Ukraine willing to do? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
The only solution to this war is diplomacy.
And that diplomacy to stop the war with Russia is going on now in Saudi Arabia, where Secretary of State Marco Rubio is leading U.S. talks with Ukrainian officials, just like he did last month with Russians.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country will propose a truce in the sea and the sky, including an end to missile and drone attacks. Russia has so far rejected any talks of a ceasefire. And while the Trump administration has made clear they expect Ukraine to make concessions to end the war, it's not known what they'll ask Russia to give up in return.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Before the talk started, Ukraine bombarded Russia with hundreds of drones. Many were shot down, but some did damage in Moscow. At least 3 people were killed. President Trump will meet with more business leaders the day after another huge sell-off on Wall Street.
There is uncertainty not only in the markets, but on Capitol Hill, too, where lawmakers are hoping to avoid a government shutdown this week. House Speaker Mike Johnson is hoping Republicans can muscle the GOP short-term spending bill on their own. They are expected to vote on the bill later this afternoon, but there are some GOP members who are on the fence about voting yes.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. If 2 Republicans join Democrats voting no, the spending bill would not pass as Democrats fight DOGE in court. A federal judge has ruled the department is likely open to freedom of information requests, adding DOGE has unprecedented authority and unusual secrecy. But Elon Musk, who's leading DOGE's attempt to slash federal spending, tells Fox Business they are being transparent, trying to keep the U.S. from going bankrupt.
Save money for the American taxpayer, stop money being spent on things that I think very few taxpayers would agree make sense.
Another federal judge has temporarily blocked a pending hearing tomorrow the Trump administration from deporting a legal resident with a green card. Mahmoud Khalil was a Columbia grad student last year when he led pro-Palestinian protests on the New York campus. He's accused of being a sympathizer with Hamas, a terrorist organization. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's supposed to get you ready for the real thing. It's 50 degrees and your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today is 71. I'm Ryan Hedrick for SeeBeyondTheAddiction.org. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A test will be sent out this morning. Forecaster Joe Neild at the National Weather Service says it's part of Severe Weather Preparedness Week.
It'll be initiated by us at the Weather Service. We'll be sending out a test tornado warning. That will be sent out through our usual channels, and then that will initiate the cascade of actions that happen beyond that.
And you could expect the drill to go into effect at 10:15. Severe weather is in the forecast for Friday into Saturday. And Neild says there's a possibility of tornadoes Saturday. A judge has set $1.5 million bond for a Mooresville High School student accused of planning a school shooting on Valentine's Day. A tip from Wisconsin cops led to the arrest of 18-year-old Trinity Shockley in February. Officers booked her into the Morgan County Jail on charges of conspiracy to commit murder and intimidation.
If you've been keeping up with the sexual harassment investigation going on at the Indianapolis City County building, the council is spending a lot of your money. Chris Davis reports on 2 committees looking into it.
And there's a handful of counselors on there. And what they did is they spent essentially $150,000.
City County Council Minority Leader Michael Paul Hart on WIBC's Hammer and Nigel show.
Hiring a law firm out of Atlanta to come and investigate the city of Indianapolis.
He says he believes the investigation will ultimately show what's already been admitted to. And that's basically what they're spending $150,000 on. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A man who used to live in Franklin has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. His name is Mark LaPlante. Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Amner calls LaPlante a monster.
For about 3 years, he was molesting this young child and, putting her through hell.
Hamner says it's a reassuring feeling that LaPlante won't be able to hurt another kid ever again. Gunshots fired on Indianapolis's west side late last night, and 2 kids were hurt. The cops say it was a drive-by shooting that took place in a neighborhood not far from West 10th Street and Timberwood Drive. The kids that were shot are alive, and IMPD is still looking into this. The Indiana Pacers have lost 3 straight games, their latest loss coming last night to the Chicago Bulls on the road, 121-103. Head coach Rick Carlisle is frustrated.
Guys that aren't playing the right way continue to do what they were doing. And so that goes for all the guys that were in the initial rotation. There's 9 guys that played in the first half, and everybody struggled.
And the Pacers return home tonight to play the Milwaukee Bucks. If the playoffs started today, those 2 teams would play each other in the first round. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, stop and go traffic, 106th Street to 465. It's a 6-minute delay. North side crash, westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard. On the right shoulder, slow to Keystone Avenue. Crash northwest side, 30th east of Lafayette Road at Tibbs. Crash in Fisher, State Road 37 at 141st Street. The southbound lane still backed up. East side at northbound 465 slow after Brookville Road up to East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Want expert tax prep? Jackson Hewitt will give you $100 to switch. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, good morning. Much better this morning than yesterday morning. We've got temps in the upper 40s, near 50, and we're going to continue to see those temps climb this afternoon. We're going to go with a high today in Indianapolis of 71 degrees, mostly sunny. Tonight, a few clouds. Lows will drop to about 43. Are you clapping?
Yeah, I'm clapping.
Thank
71
you.
degrees, I'm clapping.
Thank you. We got
No,
more.
I'm clapping for Mother Nature.
For Mother Nature.
For sweet Mother Gaia, I give my applause.
Well, that's nice of you. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be beautiful all week. 73 Wednesday, 74 on Thursday. Thank you. Lovely.
Really nothing, Kylan? No applause from you?
Whoop, whoop. Wow. Oh, a whoop, whoop.
Yeah, all of a sudden she's in Nashville. Oh. All right.
It's gonna be great.
You know what I'm talking about,
Enjoy
the
it.
woo girls. That's like woo. It's my bachelorette party. I'm totally gonna have sex with somebody else.
Oh no! You don't want to do that.
That isn't the theme of every bachelorette party.
Well, you don't want the bride, right?
Oh, you know that's happening. We go now to our bachelorette correspondent, Matt Bear. Matt, true or false? At the bachelorette parties, they're all just trying to get their freak on because they know they're going into a loveless marriage.
You think I got near a bachelorette party in my entire life? That's awesome. Thank you.
Bachelorette correspondent, Matt Bear. I've never quite understood it myself. But you go to Nashville and everybody gets ridiculously drunk, and bad things happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Could Indianapolis be known as the place of the bachelor party?
Well, you got to get a mechanical bull.
Oh,
For
yeah.
a bachelor party?
Yeah, bachelor party. You got to have a mechanical bull.
How many bachelor parties have you been to?
Well, I obviously just none, really.
Okay.
But
Right.
But this is what he imagined.
Yeah, you have a mechanical bull, you have a couple of friends over, and then you go watch The Bachelor.
Right, and of course you end the night with a smoothie bar.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Taco Bell and smoothies. Yeah.
Taco Bell and smoothie.
Indianapolis should be the home of the non-stripper bachelor party.
There you go.
Because honestly, guys, I'm not anti-stripper there, Tara. I thought you should know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought I should make that declaration. But it's so cliche. Just hang out, have a cigar, have a drink, eat a good steak. No place can do that better than Indianapolis, and you don't have to pay ridiculous Vegas rates. Indianapolis, just be normal. That's my tagline.
I like it. I'm here for
Solid.
it. That's good.
You know, if you have a bachelorette party without the strippers, nobody will come.
That's not. Wait, a bachelorette party without the
bachelor
strippers?
party without the strippers? Nobody goes to the bachelor party. That's
What are you
I'm
talking
saying.
about?
Yeah, you just said it. That's what Indianapolis has to be home to. I'm like, how do you be home to something nobody wants to go to?
People would go to a bachelor party without strippers.
Okay, if you say so.
Of course they would.
I've never been. I don't know. I'm just trying to sell the thing.
Would anybody like to invite Matt to their bachelor party?
Yeah.
He really wants to see this happen.
Hit me up.
Right? If you could just put that together. If you want, I could have Rob Kendall and Jason Hammer design a bachelor party for you so you could experience what it might be like.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that.
Tara, wait a second.
So much going
you
on
can go to a Jason Hammer, Rob Kendall inspired bachelor party or a Tony Katz inspired bachelor party. These are quite literally your options. They're the only two.
Have your bachelor party at Blend Bar Cigar.
There is, first of all, you can have a fine bachelor party there.
Yes, you can.
There is no in the middle, by the way. It is either Kendall Hammer or it is Tony Katz. These are your options.
Oh, boy.
Right? Or you could have a Tara Hastings, Casey Daniels inspired bachelorette party.
No.
I'll be there to sing karaoke. There you go.
Oh, yes. Definitely full of karaoke.
Tara is a mean karaoke person.
That is correct.
Mean, solid. As a matter of fact, Tara will sing at your bachelorette party.
There we go. Now we're talking.
I didn't know this is what we were talking. This show is dumb. I love this. But the moral of the story is, hold on. According to Ethan Hatcher from Saturdays in the Circle, the Tony Katz bachelor party would be way classier, but the Hammer and Rob bachelor party would probably be more fun. You go to hell, Ethan Hatcher. That's what I say to you.
How much time do I have?
Oh, doesn't matter. It's TV. Nobody's watching that stuff. Good Lord.
Oh, boy.
You think
I
someone's
do have
watching?
to get going, though.
That's
But
hilarious.
this has been fantastic.
All right, you have to go?
Yes, I do. I don't know when, but I'm coming up soon.
Yeah, might as well. Talk about bachelor parties on air. Let's see what happens.
I will.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Tara Hastings.
Bye.
There she goes. Bye. 46 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:12. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my bachelor party would be way better. No, my bachelor party would be more stylish. Better is in the eye of the beholder, because I don't think that Rob and Jason would throw a bad bachelor party. But by the way, that's a contest. That's a contest. All right, how do we do this? Hold on a second. How do we do this? And I don't want to leave Nigel out of this. I don't want to leave Casey out of this. Like, we want to design your bachelor party. We gotta get sponsored as everything, and then have people like make it a contest. Make it a contest. We'll pick somebody. We'll both pitch our bachelor party ideas, and then they get to pick who throws their bachelor party. Oh, that is such a good idea. I mean, I don't think it's original. It must have been done before, but how much fun would that be? Right now, there is somebody who owns like a bridal store and is like, yes, I want to be a part of this. I would assume maybe a tuxedo store or a bridal store. Doesn't matter. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is very good. Neither here nor there. Tony Katz, hey. How are you? Good to be with you. There is actually some news out there, and the question is whether or not Trump is going to engage response to Vladimir Putin because the Russians are ramping up attacks in Ukraine. And by the way, we did change gears from bachelor parties to Ukraine just like that. Try and find that on NPR. The bombings have been taking place in residential neighborhoods. There have been cluster munitions. There have been ballistic missiles. And I think that the argument is that Putin is trying to get this deal done and increasing the pressure on Ukraine while Ukraine has the pressure increased on it by the United States to try and get more concessions out of Ukraine. The question is, does Trump take a look at what's happening and say, I'm trying to bring a peace and you're making things more aggressive? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is not going to work well. Now, Trump has already stated that based on the fact that Russia is, quote, absolutely pounding Ukraine on the battlefield right now, I am strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions, and tariffs on Russia until a ceasefire and final settlement agreement on peace is reached. To Russia and Ukraine, get to the table right now before it's too late. Thank you. He literally wrote, thank you. So they will meet in Ukraine with in Saudi Arabia. United States and Ukraine will meet in Saudi Arabia. The first thing will be a question of this mineral rights deal, which is, as we've discussed, and I think we all agree, is de facto a security agreement because the United States is going to protect its interest. Does Russia respond to this? Do they now say, okay, what's the deal? What do we get? Or do they keep it going and try and see what the United States response could actually be? What level of force could actually be used, if any? The tensions mount, and I don't think Trump is right now done with the approach, and he should be allowed to at least give it a go the way he's doing it. I'm willing to let that happen. Willing to see where this ends up. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Inbound 69, stop and go traffic, 106th Street down to 465. It's a 4-minute delay. Crash cleanup in Fisher State Road 37 at 141st Street. Northeast side crash, westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard on the right shoulder. Crash northwest side 30th Street east of Lafayette Road, that's at Tibbs. At inbound 65, slow roll, Whites River Bridge to 21st Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per patio window. Plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
46 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cybersecurity must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment and paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
With all the market volatility, the uncertainty, the new administration, and new fiscal policy, maybe it's time for a second opinion on your retirement portfolio. Maybe it's time to give your plan A fresh start. Matt Bear here. Hey, the fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth will get to know you, then work with you on assembling a portfolio that's in line with your retirement dreams. Call Trajan and set your first consultation. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Trajan Wealth will work with you as a team, then give advice tailored to your situation. They know when it comes to portfolios, one size does not fit all. Call and schedule at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
We all have people in our lives we interact with. Maybe it's your favorite barista, a neighbor who waves to you every morning, a coworker you grab lunch with, or maybe it's me, the hairstylist you've gone to for years. What if you learned I had a substance use disorder? Would it change how you see me? It's okay to see the addiction, but when you choose to see the person, not just their disease, it can help change someone's life. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, you say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Are you wanting comfort at half the price? Now's the time because Lazy Boy and Smith Brothers are 50% off with extra discounts for cash. Thinking about getting outside soon? Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture are up to 20% off during the early season sale. Hurry in to Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Sale ends Monday with free delivery.
The Pope is on the mend, and certainly thrilled for him, but talk about a whole bunch of reporting. On deathbed, things bad, turns for the worse, and now the reporting that he's on the mend, that is incredible. Incredible stuff. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The improvements recorded in previous days have further consolidated as confirmed by both blood tests and clinical objectivity and the good response to pharmacological therapy. By the way, I pronounced that all on the first read. You're welcome. Hey, Tony, how'd you get the job? Pharmacological. That's how. For these reasons, the doctor decided to lift the prognosis. This, according to the Holy See, the Vatican's press office. He's 88. This was pneumonia, right? This goes back to Valentine's Day, February 14th. It was diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia. Really, truly incredible. Not as much incredible, but just every time she talks, I believe that we should end the Department of Education. This is Randy Weingarten in a conversation with progressive Molly Jong Fast, who is just, Rachel Maddow in waiting. Every time Randy Weingarten speaks, you realize that education in America is screwed. Now, I should have double-checked this there, Kylan. Kylan is in for producer Carl. Carl is on assignment for the next few days. We'll talk about that soon. Finger on the dump button there, Kylan. You good with that? You okay with that?
Sounds good. I got you.
Okay. Let us listen.
Equally pernicious, they're saying, oh, don't worry. Let's block rent it.
So we'll give it to a state education department. Right. So, and then let the state education department decide what to do. So we know, for example, what Texas would do.
Right.
They'll use it for vouchers. So they won't give it to the kids who have it now. They'll just give it for vouchers.
Catholic schools.
So the problem that Randy Weingarten has, the head of the American Federation of Teachers, is that if the money actually goes to the states, the states are allowed to utilize how it is spent, it'll be utilized by parents to determine what's best for their kids' education. And Randy Weingarten doesn't want that. She wants to determine what's best for kids' education. You allow this woman to be in charge of your kids' education, you're nuts. Every time she opens her mouth, you're reminded why the Department of Education should be imploded. Now, actually, I don't want to destroy the building. It's a lovely building. World's largest royal pin. Oh, yeah. I want 82 lanes of bowling. I want 2 floors of laser tag. And I want the arcade to have both Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. You don't know what those are, Kylan, do you? You don't know the Dragon's Lair or the Space Ace. You don't know what it was like to see those graphics for the first time and say, my gosh, the Jetsons is a possibility. That was Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. I don't like to give away my age, but I remember. Matt Baer remembers. Matt Baer does remember. Ryan Hedrick might remember, but he's younger. But you, Kylan, you don't know. You don't know the struggle, right? Pac-Man and Galaga, and those were not graphics, and it was still awesome. People were roller skating. We were in the arcade and eating those giant pretzels, and life was carefree. And then Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, who were like, my gosh, the world of tomorrow today. When have you had that kind of excitement and revelation in your life, Kylan? Never is the correct answer.
Nothing like that.
I don't know how I even got started on this. I just don't want Randy Weingarten in charge of education. Oh, that's right. I want Space Ace or Dragon's Lair in the Department of Education building. That's how it comes full circle. Of course you should be allowed as a parent to decide what to do with the money. It's your money. Decide where your kid goes. You don't owe the public schools a dang thing. You don't owe the teachers union a dang thing. You just don't. And I'm not saying you hate your school. Go make your choices. Be a parent. You're in charge. Not Randy Weingarten. Dear Lord. Matt Baer has traffic and free skate.
I do, looking at the northwest side. Roller quarters, northbound 465, stop and go traffic 79th up to 865, a 7-minute delay. North side, westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard. That is a crash on the right shoulder. No delay at the moment. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 106th Street, 296. And on the east side, northbound 465, heavy from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Indiana's small towns are in trouble. Can Braun bring them back?
Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
We all have people in our lives we interact with. Maybe it's your favorite barista, a neighbor who waves to you every morning, a coworker you grab lunch with, or maybe it's me, the hairstylist you've gone to for years. What if you learned I had a substance use disorder? Would it change how you see me? It's okay to see the addiction, but when you choose to see the person, not just their disease, it can help change someone's life. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
Hey, Wings Etc. fans, guess what? March 10th through 13th is Wings Schooner Madness. We're rolling back prices on award-winning wings and big ice cold schooners to just 69 cents for wings and $5 for domestic schooners. Dine in only. Mark your calendars for March 10th through 13th and get great deals on wings and domestic schooners when you dine in for Wings Schooner Madness. March 10th through 13th, only at your local Wings Etc. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub with 15 Central Indiana locations and online at wingsetc.com.
Indianapolis roads, a total disaster. Some of the worst potholes in America. Am I right?
A car on Keystone Avenue just fell into one the size of a swimming pool.
Disgraceful. These roads should be great again. But right now, they look like the surface of the moon.
Suspension repair shops are making a fortune.
Rigged system. But Matt Bear, he's the guy to trust. Tremendous at avoiding these disasters. Just tremendous.
Matt Bear, making your commute great again. Mornings and afternoons on 93 WIBC. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What's coming down this morning? It's 51 degrees on Monument Circle. Your high today, 71. I'm Ryan Hedrick for cbeyondtheaddiction.org. Here's what's trending at 8:31. A statewide tornado drill will happen at 10:15 this morning. Joe Neal at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, says the drill is meant to benefit everyone.
This is a time for us at the Weather Service, for our partners in media, and for everybody out there to take a second to, think about, what they would do if a tornado was approaching.
And if you haven't been in a tornado yet and you need to know what to do, Neal says it's simple.
Get in, get down, and cover up. Get inside a sturdy building as close to the center as possible, away from windows, and at the lowest level you can get.
And this is all happening because of Severe Weather Preparedness Week here in Indiana, which runs through Friday. If you've been following the story about sexual harassment in the mayor's office in Indianapolis, Michael Paul Hart, the city county council minority leader, tells WIBC's Hammer and Nigel the city is spending a lot of money on law firms and an investigation committee, but because the mayor's office gets to review any documents sent to them, it could be a waste of time and money.
From my perspective, it looks like it's been a big waste of taxpayer dollars on something that we already know is happening, where, Thomas Cook came out and said this happened. He admitted to it.
And he says they've spent nearly $200,000 on this investigation. More students than ever are using AI tools for schoolwork. Terry Stacy explains.
Jennifer Finetti with Scholarship Owl says they recently surveyed 8,500 students that use their platform, revealing that 65% have used AI tools to help them write essays for scholarships and college applications. But beware, she says that there are risks students need to be aware of.
Colleges and scholarship providers do already know and expect that some of the essays accompanying applications will have been developed with the assistance of an AI tool. So because of that, reviewers tend to be more sensitive when reviewing application essays. And again, they may also be using software that detects AI usage. And so students really do need to understand this.
Jennifer says if using AI tools, editing those essays before submitting is key. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
A participant for the Netflix show Love is Blind is leaving her behind her would-be husband because of their difference in politics. Here's the piece of the show.
Like, I asked him about, Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert. But, when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it. That affected me, especially in our own city. How could it not? How did it not make you think about something?
The woman's name is Sarah Carton. She's going to move on and look for her next husband. Last season's contestants were recruited from Minneapolis. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers dropped their third game in a row playing without Tyrese Halliburton, falling to the Chicago Bulls Monday night, 121-103. Head coach Rick Carlisle says it's tough playing without Halliburton, but he expects maximum effort for the guys he has on the floor.
We got annihilated on the boards. That's an effort thing. Go get the rebounds. 50-50 balls, we were less than 50% in the first half. That's attitude, energy, effort.
And the Pacers play the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at home. If the season ended today, the Bucks and the Pacers would play each other in the playoffs. The game starts at 7:30. The Colts will sign safety Cameron Bynum for 4 years at $60 million when the free agency period opens tomorrow. ACC tournament play tips off today with Notre Dame playing Pitt. Butler takes on Providence in the Big East tournament tomorrow, and IU and Purdue are in the Big Ten tournament, which is being played at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and they play on Thursday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, I have a crash reported at Keystone Avenue, Fall Creek, Benford. Watch out for that intersection. Please be safe through there. Also on the northwest side, crash at 30th east of Lafayette Road at Tibbs. Northbound 465 stop and go traffic, 86th Street up to 865. Crash on the north side, westbound 465 at Westfield Boulevard. It's on the right shoulder, no delay. Inbound 69 slow from 106th Street down to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Dow futures up 135. Nice to see things up after these days of downtrends. NASDAQ futures up 73. As we were discussing earlier, there's no doubt the 401ks got affected over the last couple days. There's just no doubt. I don't know why that's so bothersome for some people to say. Screaming at me on social media, you stop it, to stop talking bad about the tariffs. Tariffs or taxes. What do you want me to do? But to think that somehow the economy is going to never recover, or it's all just the end of days, slow down. Just relax. Trump just got into office. Things are going to take time. Oil prices right now, $66.92 on the West Texas crude. Well ensconced there under 70. Brent crude at $70.22. The 10-year Treasury at 4.225. I think that what you're looking for, certainly what Trump is looking for, is a 10-year under 4 so he can see an even greater result on the 30-year. I think they want to be able to talk about real estate opportunities, especially going into the buying season, because kids are out of school, right? You move before you get them into the new school year. 'Tis the season, if you will, for selling houses. And I think he'd like to see that a lot. And so he was talking about mortgages a bit, I think, during that joint address. Like to see that 10-year Treasury number get down even further. Southwest Airlines, as discussed, will charge for bags starting on May 28th. That's going to happen. And they're going to have a basic economy ticket. And eventually, sooner rather than later, I would assume, you will see Southwest Airlines have assigned seating. I don't know how that doesn't come. Don't know how that doesn't come. Also, is there a boycott on Tesla going on? I know you've got a bunch of people saying, "Oh, Elon Musk is so terrible. I'm going to sell my Tesla." And I'm looking at this. I'm like, should I be picking up a used Tesla? Is this now the time? Is this now the moment? But Trump is saying that it's illegal to boycott Tesla, illegally and collusively. I don't know how you would prove that one. But he did call them radical left lunatics. Yeah, he's not wrong about that. I mean, that's fine. And he said that this morning he's going to buy a Tesla as a show of confidence and support of Elon Musk, a truly great American. Okay. I would also say, while you're at it, buy a Ford and a Chevy. Don't just be seen buying a Tesla. Conceptually, I get it. I also see the backfire. We're going to start seeing Teslas as the government fleet. The beast is going to move from Cadillac to Tesla. No. Buy one of everything. Buy an American-made car. Boop. Just pick up a couple. Give them out. You get one, and you get one. Don't just buy a Tesla, sir. Oh, I mean, listen, your money. You do anything you want. But the people selling their Teslas because Elon Musk is what? Is what? Thinks we should not spend so much? Runs a social media company that allows people to speak? That's a reason to sell your Tesla? People are weird. And by the way, if I got one, it would be Plaid. It would be the Plaid, right? Like, that's what I need? And some people are like, Tony, you have to get a Cybertruck. I'm like, I don't know if I have to get a Cybertruck, because I would wrap the Cybertruck. I don't think I'd like it in the silver. I think just a Plaid would work. I don't know what the best price is on one of these, but someone can let me know. You can tell me. Right now, I'm very happy with my Ford Expedition, although I have told Andy Moore Ford it's time for the Mustang. The weather is nice. As a matter of fact, I'm coming in today, boys. 71 degrees. Let's go. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Perfect weather for planting a tree, don't you think? I mean, just gorgeous weather. The problem is you don't know anything about trees. And you don't know anything about planting trees. What you know is if you had a tree guy, you'd be like, hey, my tree guy, I need a tree, and I need it right over there. Circle City Trees. These are your tree guys. So many options, so many opportunities. And they're going to be at the Indianapolis Flower and Patio Show March 15th to the 23rd. You have to go meet them in person. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Give them a hug and say, I love trees, so get me a tree, because they've got everything that you want. Evergreen, shade trees, fruit trees, ornamental trees, flowering trees. And we're talking about mature stuff. We're talking We're talking about giant trees, people, and they come and they take care of the planting, and if you got something else there, they'll figure that out. Really fantastic people right there in Zionsville. Check it out for yourself. Go to circlecitytrees.com to get more information and talk to them about your need. You need some shade, you want some privacy, you just want a better look, whatever it is. Talk to Circle City Trees, and you can see them at the Indianapolis Flower and Patio Show, March 15th to the 23rd. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. CircleCityTrees.com, CircleCityTrees.com.
When is the right time to file for Social Security? Well, that's a difficult decision today. You have to consider that Social Security is running out of money. You also need to consider the tax hit on your benefits and your IRA and 401k withdrawals. And finally, you should consider your spousal benefits. If you don't consider all these things, you could leave a lot of money on the table.
Bill Demery, your retirement guy. He's going to show you how you could get the most income from Social Security with a free customized Social Security analysis. So if you've saved more than $200,000, but you've not yet filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis right now by calling Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, my retirement guy. He should be your retirement guy. 317-648-5120.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Crash, Keystone Avenue and Fallen Creek Parkway. Westbound 465, crash on the right shoulder at Westfield Boulevard. Northbound 465, stop and go 86th Street up to 865. And northbound 65, 70, stop and go Michigan Street out to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door at $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play. Usually producer Carl, but for the next few days, producer Kylan will choose a television theme song. I have to guess what that theme song is. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. All right there, Kylan. Let's stop it. And let's turn it up and start from the beginning, would you? It is. I'm sorry, but the chat room there on the live stream has made the guess. I'm going to use them. Is this Dinosaur?
They came in clutch. They really helped you out. Yeah, it is.
What the heck is Dinosaur?
You've never seen it before?
I don't know. I'm busy, doing important things.
Honestly, it's probably for the best. This, I won't lie, it traumatized me as a kid.
What the heck was it?
It is literally, it's a TV show about dinosaurs, and they kind of like puppets. They made all of these little dinosaurs into real life. You needed to look them up. Look up a picture of these dinosaurs, and I think that'll say enough for you, because there's no way to even describe how terrifying, especially in the mind of a 5-year-old kid.
TV show. Oh gosh. Oh, I've seen this. I know these puppets. Okay. I know these puppets. I never saw the show though. But they're cute. They're cute
in a cute is the right word, but okay.
Like when the ugly dog you think is cute kind of way. Cute. They're cute. But this is the first thing you went to, huh?
I won't lie. It was on my feed yesterday because someone AI'd in the dinosaurs from here into the new Jurassic Park trailer. And
really?
So that these would be the dinosaurs that they're scared of.
You have to post that. I need to see this. This has to happen in real time right there. Get that done. I would not have guessed the song. So good on you. Good on you, and thank you, chat room. I only take guesses from the live stream chat room, which means you'll have to get into the live stream over there at YouTube. I think we have it on Facebook as well. On Tony Katz today, we will take a look at the peace deal, the possibility of peace there in Ukraine. What deal did the United States come to with Ukraine? What will be the mineral rights deal if one does indeed occur? Secretary Brooke Rollins going on Fox to discuss what's going on with farmers and the price of eggs.
And to you, I want to get your take on this tariff conversation because it certainly has stoked fear among some business people and markets, investors. Yesterday, big sell-off in stocks. How do you expect tariffs to impact American farmers?
Well, first of all, Maria, I think it is no question that the president from minute one has believed so strongly, and the American people agreed with him, that tariffs are a very important part of his toolkit for him to be able to truly make America great again, including American farmers great again. He is going to be making some big, bold, fearless moves, and that's what we see him doing right now. But I would like to also say, Maria, I know you know this well as also, that no one has the farmers back more than President Trump. And while he has been very clear that for the short term, it may be slightly bumpy, that for the long term, that this group of people, that are farmers and our ranchers, but also all of Americans, we are reaching and moving into a new golden age in American prosperity.
Finally starting to hear the administration discuss what we've been talking about. It will be bumpy. Good. It's called honesty. It works. Fantastic. Let me the juxtapose there. The thing to look at this against is inflation is transitory. They lied from the beginning. They lied often. Janet Yellen, absolute liar and fraud, repeatedly about the economy. It's going to be bumpy. And yes, farmers take that first hit. What is the expression they always use? They pay the tax before and after. They pay the tax going to the market. They pay the tax at the market. They're always taking the hits. We expect a lot of them. But I don't need to hear that much laudatory about President Trump, Brooke Rollins. I need more on what is the help farmers are going to get. And that help comes from a lowering of inflation. Now, in a different statement, she says that egg prices have come down. $1.85 per dozen on average. So the last look had egg prices in some places at $8 a dozen. We paid at last look $6, a little over $6 a dozen. So that would be $1.85 down, but that's anecdotal. Are egg prices down in your life? That's the question. And what we saw is that this was going to take a couple of months, not based on anything other than if you kill all these chickens and egg-laying hens, you have to have them now, birth rates have to happen, and then you have to have these chickens develop into the ability to lay eggs. So that doesn't happen overnight. It's like bourbon. It doesn't happen overnight. Meanwhile, more and more stories about bourbon producers and their concerns regarding tariffs. And they've got a series of concerns. You've got tariffs. You have an entire generation. I don't know, it's Gen Z or the one after that is which one? They're not drinkers. They're not even sippers. They're mocktail people, and they utilize vape and gummies and other things. Then there's the whole idea of what the Ozempic world, because for a lot of people who utilize those things, it lessens your desire for alcohol. It does a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm not saying no. I'm saying that when you're producing bourbon, the boom is over. And the bust is here. And the question is, how deep is that bust going to go? And certainly tariffs regarding things in Canada do affect the industry. And it affects us right here in Indiana. We make a lot of rye and a lot of bourbon, a lot of good rye and good bourbon. So these things hit everywhere in all the places. And I am paying very close attention to what's happening in the bourbon field. And trying to be as supportive of the local guys as possible. I've got some hopefully good news coming your way soon on the bourbon front, and look forward to sharing that with you. Don't forget, tickets are on sale. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. April 17th in Kokomo. So easy to get to. We are going to laugh our full heads off, and there's going to be plenty of bourbon there, and food and cigars. We're going to take a look at the first 100 days of the insanity of the media reaction. It's going to be such a good night. You're going to love every bit of it. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I hope to see you there. Come get your tickets. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I'll catch you at noon. Matt Bear has traffic.
Crash Fall Creek Parkway, Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $150 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
If this is the year to build your custom dream home, Joiner Homes is ready to help make your dream come true. They offer the flexibility to build on your own lot